The Property Bulletin by London Property, the home of superprime.
The British Labour government has announced changes in the law regarding property rentals. The media has called the Renters' Rights Bill the biggest revolution in the housing market in the past 30 years. The most significant change introduced by the new regulations will be the prohibition of no-fault evictions. The reform will primarily concern periodic rental agreements, which renew automatically, either weekly or monthly, until one of the parties expresses a desire to terminate the agreement. Until now, property owners could do this at any moment under no-fault evictions, with a notice period of 2 to 6 months, depending on the type of contract. The UK real estate market consists of rental properties primarily in the hands of professional landlords and rental agencies, who earn by renting out multiple units. According to uswitch.com, in 2023, 18.8% of properties in the United Kingdom were in the private rental market. The new regulations will also prohibit no-fault evictions, give tenants the right to have pets, and guarantee landlords will repair structural problems, such as damp and mould, within specific timeframes. The English Housing Survey found that private rental properties often contain the oldest and least well-maintained properties. The Renters' Rights Bill will also ban bidding wars in the rental market. Landlords and rental agents will be legally obliged to publish the rent for their property and will not be able to encourage or accept offers above this price. Posting listings with information that excludes renting to people with children or those receiving benefits will also be prohibited. Housing Minister Matthew Pennycook announced that the new law could become effective in mid-2025. The Labour Party stated that the bill would eliminate the threat of arbitrary evictions and increase security and stability for tenants. Pennycook also assured that clear and extended bases would be created for property owners to reclaim their properties if necessary. CBRE's UK real estate market outlook predicts economic recovery will gain momentum in 2025, driven by falling inflation and interest rate cuts. With expected economic growth of around 1% in 2024, CBRE anticipates increased investment opportunities across all property sectors in 2025. Early signs indicate property capital values are reaching a turning point, expected to gain momentum throughout the year. Modest interest rate cuts will lead to a compression in yields and competitive returns, especially in prime assets. Meeting net zero targets is driving collaboration between stakeholders, impacting transactions, budgets, valuations, and development strategies. AI adoption is predicted to accelerate, particularly transforming data centers and creating demand for specialized infrastructure. The office sector is expected to see growth fueled by a stronger economy and increased office employment. Limited Grade A supply will drive prime rental growth, estimated at around 6%. Industrial and logistics is predicted to experience stable demand, with limited new construction keeping vacancy rates steady and driving moderate prime rent growth. The retail sector may see a modest sales increase due to higher incomes and lower interest rates, with prime retail space becoming scarcer and pushing up rents. Strong investment is expected in retail parks and prime central London locations. Rental housing. Strong demand but limited supply due to regulatory and financial challenges, likely leading to rental price increases. PBSA, robust demand from a growing student population, with a significant shortfall in supply leading to strong rental growth. The hotel sector could see continued growth driven by increased international visitors and falling interest rates, boosting investor confidence. Self-storage could be a strong sector, with high investor interest and stabilizing development costs, reflecting growth ambitions. Data centers could see strong growth in London, driven by hyperscalers and AI companies, with limited space keeping vacancy rates low. Life sciences may receive increased venture capital funding, fueling demand for lab and office space, with new lab space addressing supply shortages and boosting investor activity. The priciest UK mansion is languishing on the market. The stalled sale of 228A Rutland Gate reflects a broader slump in the luxury property market, with potential buyers deterred by tougher UK taxes for wealthy foreigners and higher financing costs. Qatar sent an engineer to inspect London's most expensive home, 228A Rutland Gate, late last year, considering it as a potential embassy site. However, the Gulf state lost interest after discovering the Knightsbridge property required a full refurbishment, estimated to take nearly 5 years to complete, and faced complications converting it from a house to a mixed-use building. The property, previously sold for over £200 million in 2020, has received bids around £130 million this year, 40% below the original asking price. Owned by the ex-wife and son of China Evergrande Group founder Hui Ka-yan, it remains unsold and under a global asset freeze linked to Evergrande's collapse. Rutland Gate has planning permission for redevelopment as a luxury home, removing a significant paperwork hurdle. However, potential commercial uses, such as Qatar's embassy plan, could clash with London's housing policies. The London Plan, introduced in 2021 by Mayor Sadiq Khan, and the City Plan for Westminster protect existing residential properties from conversion unless replaced with new homes of equal or greater floor space. The stalled sale highlights the challenges brokers face in selling high-end properties in a slumping property market, impacted by stricter taxes and financing costs for wealthy foreign buyers. The UK government has initiated a consultation on a proposed permitted insurance fee aimed at reducing charges for leaseholders. This proposal seeks to ban landlords, freeholders, and property managing agents from imposing insurance payments on leaseholders. Instead, they would only be allowed to charge a fair and transparent fee, the specifics of which will be determined later. This fee, forming part of the variable service charge, would allow leaseholders to challenge its reasonableness under the Landlord and Tenant Act 1985. The consultation addresses concerns that leaseholders face significant insurance costs, with limited ability to scrutinise or challenge these expenses. The goal is to ensure any management and insurance arrangement costs charged to leaseholders are justifiable and transparent. The Leasehold and Freehold Reform Act 2024 grants powers to tackle the issue of unjustifiable insurance charges. The new proposal would replace the current practice where landlords, freeholders, and managing agents receive commissions from insurance brokers, which often results in high costs for leaseholders. The proposed fee would be separate from the insurance premium and would reflect the actual work done. The consultation seeks public input to determine what payments should be permitted under this fee to inform future legislation. The consultation is open until the 24th of February 2025.
Subscribe to our newsletter to receive our weekly bulletins and stay ahead of what's shaping the superprime property market.